Everyone, welcome to our webinar this beautiful day. I'm not sure where you guys are logging in from, but thank you for being on time. First of all, we know some of you have been very patiently waiting in the waiting room. We're just going to give it a couple of more minutes before we get started on this super exciting webinar. So just wanted to say welcome, just hold on to your seats and we will be starting very, very shortly. So while you're waiting, everyone, I can see all your names, Abhinesh and Arka and Kwaku. Hi, everyone, Mohammed, Parth, Tejasvi. If you just want to put into the chat box where you are logging in from, which part of the world, that would be amazing for both our guest speaker today and also for me. So please go ahead and put it in the chat box where you're logging in from, and that would be lovely. Fuad from Bangladesh, hi, welcome. The rest of you, I'm waiting to hear where you're from. Abhinesh is from India. Thank you, Fuad. Fuad is welcoming me to my own webinar. That's lovely. Thank you. Tejasvi, oh, you're Indian, but you're living in the Philippines. Very exciting. You know, the person behind our webinar today also sits in the Philippines. You can't hear him or see him, but without him, this wouldn't be happening. So that's exciting to know that you are logging in from Philippines. Welcome, Tejasvi. We hope to see you on campus very soon. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and get started on our webinar today. Again, hi everyone, a very warm welcome to each one of you to our webinar hosted by the Berlin School of Business and Innovation about our beautiful campus in Hamburg, where creativity meets education. Through the course of this webinar, what we're going to do is give you as much as information as possible to help you make the right decision for yourself. We're also happy to take some questions regarding our Hamburg campus and the courses that we offer, and we're going to be doing that at the end. So before I hand it over to our wonderful guest speaker who's here with us today, I just wanted to highlight a few amazing things about Hamburg. So if you're not familiar with Hamburg, it's a perfectly good blend between a historical city, a modern city, which I think makes it very student-centric, it makes it very student-friendly, and I think it's a great opportunity for all of you to have learning experiences both inside and outside the classroom. Hamburg is a vibrant city with lots of great restaurants, so I hear, lots of different types of entertainment and lots of unique experiences, which I think will make your study experience extremely holistic. BSBI is proud to partner with the University of Creative Arts to offer programs as part of our Faculty of Creative Industries. So in order to give us a more clearer understanding of our campus and courses in Hamburg, in general, I'm honored to introduce and welcome to you to our webinar, Dr. Monica Klein. I'm just going to quickly change. I'm multitasking here, so then we're going to come back to this in a bit. But here's Dr. Monica Klein. If we go through all of her qualifications and her experience and her accolades, I think all of us are going to be here for the rest of the day. So what I'm trying to say is that she comes with more than 20 years of experience working in the international environment in numerous research and implementation projects connected to art and creativity. She did her MA in Political and Social Sciences, specializing in culture, and has a PhD in economics with a focus on business models and creative industries. She's also been a part of various publications and reports and is a member of different institutions and organizations in the field of art and creativity. Her specializations are mainly around, but not restricted to, design management, marketing and art management, project management, and design thinking. Monica, first of all, thank you so much for being willing to be a part of this webinar. I know you're very new to the family of BSBI, and I believe this is your first webinar ever with BSBI, is that correct?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me here. And just yes, and this is the first webinar I'm having here. So thank you, Sangeetha, that I'm having opportunity to have that with you.
Absolutely. I'm so excited that you're here too. And just, Monica, I have to say, and I think the audience needs to know also, just having gone through your profile and getting to know you more, I have no doubt you're going to play a very vital role in transforming the lives of these students, both inside and outside the classroom. So thank you, and a very warm welcome to you. Yeah. So before we go into, audience, what I'm going to be doing is asking a bunch of questions to Monica, which I believe y'all might also be thinking about. But think about your own questions if you want. You can put it in the chat box. But before we do that, I'm just going to quickly introduce myself, just in case you're wondering who I am. I am Sangeetha George, and I am newly now the student engagement manager on the BSBI campus. So super excited to be meeting all of you very, very soon. So what I want to do is actually, I'm going to, Monica, we'll go into the question and answer with you right now, and then I'll play the game in between because I want to put off my screen. And then because I don't want them to guess the answers, because if I go back on the slides, they're going to see all the answers. So then we'll take a break in between the questions, and then I'll probably do that with them if that's okay with you. Is that okay with you?
Of course, yes. Perfect.
All right. Excellent. All right. So if we can just get an understanding, or if you can just tell us a little bit more about the Hamburg campus, Monica.
So campus in Hamburg is situated in Altona. So this is a very new and vibrant place in Hamburg, very well communicated with the rest of the city, where you can find the accommodation all over. So it's just, like you can live there, but you can also try to find out the place to stay in a different part of the town. And what we are doing in the campus, because we are delivering the courses in bachelor and master, we are trying to be very much connected with the industry in the Hamburg. So we are delivering the courses that are very much market oriented. So we are cooperating with the companies, and we are working on the live case scenarios. So you have an opportunity since the day first, actually, just to experience the practical work in the field of the creative industry. So I think that it's a huge plus. for what we are doing. And also the teachers we are having, they're all active. You know, they are not the professors who know the creative industry only from the books, but they are the ones who are really working in the field. So they are practitioners. So they're having their studios, they're having their animation studio, graphic design studios, having lots of experience all over the world, and they're also bringing this vibrant experience to the students. So what can I say? The campus is very cozy, not too big, so you will not be lost. But we are growing and growing, and you will meet friendly people from all over the world. We have people from, I think right now, each continent.
Wow.
And also, yeah, that's true. We have like from all over students, and yeah, very experienced teachers.
Excellent. Okay, and can you tell us a little bit more about the courses that are offered at the
Okay, so we have right now we prepare especially for those who are not feeling strong enough to jump into the bachelor first year course. We prepare the foundation, and in this foundation you have, as the name says, the 1 year of the preparation to then jump to the university. So I think that it's very something that is very unique, and it's very much important, because first of all, you can learn English. So we provide like very wide and a very intensive course of English to improve your capacity to understand and work in the field of the creative industries, but also to help you to prepare a professional portfolio. So here you have 4 incredible teachers who are guiding you through the world of the creativity, fine arts, illustration, animation, graphic design. And then you can choose, you know, so we have bachelor in graphic design. This is the 3 years course where you are dealing mostly with the courses with the graphic design, with the book design, with the social media design. So it's like more stable pictures, very nicely designed. Then we have animation. This is a very intensive course, but also amazing, I would say. So 3 years and you can be an animator. So right now, like, you are dealing with the 3D animation, with the 2D animation, you are learning how to use the programs. You don't have to know when you are coming to us how to use the programs for animation. We will teach you, like we will go through that with you. But it's not only the technical aspects of that, but also the concept. So we are having the courses that will help you to storytelling, that will help you to build the atmosphere, build narration. So when you finish, you have this holistic approach to the animation. So you know how to deal with the technical stuff, but also you know how to create the content. So very intensive. The animation, just you need to be ready for really working hard for 3 years. And then we have illustration. That is more also classical approach to the art. We have more fine art there, more drawing, different kinds of drawing, the hand drawing, there is more manual work, but also of course graphic design and drawing in the digital spaces, because this is what is needed right now. So here you are going into the field that you can be illustrated for the books, for the magazines, but also deliver like very nice content to the websites. And just give, you know, like this very individual touch. So this is the bachelor, and with the foundation is 4 years, without the foundation 3 years courses. And then for those who have experience and already have a bachelor and would like to do the master degree, we have a really very nice course. It is 18 months and it calls master in visual communication. So you have 1 full year of work with us, and then 6 years, you know, like hopefully not 6 months, 6 months of the research study. and preparing your master thesis with the support of the tutor. So also this one gives you more opportunity to combine the working already in the field of the graphic design in Hamburg or in other part of the Germany or Europe, and also studying and getting the master degree.
Masters, yeah. Well, from what I hear you say, I love that your programs, like some of the, you said like the drawing and illustrations maybe, so you're teaching them like old school practices, how we used to do it 20, 30 years ago, but you're also teaching them how to use, you know, newer software, and I think that's a good blend that students have, you know, having both of those, you know, exposed to both of those kind of, I think it was illustration that you talked about, drawings. Like they do pencil drawings.
But also, yeah, that's true. But also now with the graphic design, we have this like courses oriented on the digital graphic, but also because we are listening to you students, you know, like we are listening to you, and just, you know, like after meeting with the students, they said like, hey, we would like to do something like tangible. We would like to use our hands. So, for example, at the beginning of June, we will deliver the very intensive 3 days course with the fine artist Wazik from France, and she will bring more like this conceptual handwork, craft and handcraft art. So we are really carefully listening to you and to what you expect, because you are coming from the different backgrounds and you have a different expectations, and because, as I said, it's very exclusive, I would say, way of study, because the ratio between the students and the teacher is like 1 to 10, 1 to 15. So you have really very close contact with the teachers, so we can really approach you very individually and listen to you and deliver what you need.
One-to-one attention is key in any classroom, I think. Just going back to the previous question, Monica, I'm just, would you like me to share my slide so that students can have an opportunity to see, because you were talking about the faculty and professors? Yeah, just so that.
Yeah, so if you just, you know, like this is the art, this is the portfolios that are like right now our students are working on. So you can see here that they're working with a different media, you know, like, so some students are more concentrated on the photography. On the product, this is actually the portfolios from the master students. So you can see, for example, here we have the art project, the photo art project. This is the digital art with the with some kind of like filters and some addition in the Photoshop. And the subject is about how to deal and how this person experience the isolation and COVID. So like we try to forget it, but, you know, like, but it happens. So this project inspired by that, by being lonely and locked at home. So if you can go further, you know, like, so
they're so intense, actually. If you look at those pictures, yeah, they're very intense.
Yeah. So you can see that, you know, like that we are not like only teaching you like a very practical approach to how to use, you know, like your talent and your creativity in the connection with the industry, because this is also what we are doing. But as I said, we are also like learning you and discussing with you, you know, this more artistic approach, you know, like little like discussion with the surrounding, you know, like how you observe the stuff. So you can be very much industry oriented. Like here, for example, you can see the portfolio that shows, you know, the 3D interior design. So how to use the 3D designing in the interior, but also this kind of like more artistic approach. So as photography and drawing.
This is just like the tip of the iceberg, students, that we wanted you to be exposed to, just to have an idea of the kind of work that students are bringing in and then trained further to make it, to enhance their skills. Thank you.
Yeah. And just and for those who I don't know, like if you guys already sent out your portfolio, or you will just, you know, like you are thinking about that, just, you know, like have a look, you know, like if you Google in the internet and just, you know, like look at the different portfolios, invest a little bit of time in that, just, like to see how the portfolio should look like, like look what you have in your drawers, like take a nice picture, or if you have something digital, and explain us, like, because we don't know you. We will have a chance to know you like next year, hopefully. But right now, when you are sending your portfolio, we don't know who is behind this art. So explain a little bit, like why you did it, like what was your inspiration, what kind of techniques you were using, like why you've done it. For like if you've done something for the industry, why? Describe the process, like so how you manage to do that. This is very important because, as I said, this portfolio is your visit cards right now, and we don't know you. So this is something that we will get to know you through this portfolio. And then when you will write your motivation letter, also just, like write like very like from the very human approach. Who are you? Why you want to study? Don't be shy, like say who you are. What is your hobby? Like how you like spending your time, like what inspires you. Be like very human. You don't have to be very professional and very just unhuman with us.
I think that's such an important point that you brought up. I think what you want is authenticity. You just want people to be real when they're writing. So you don't need to feel students that you need to impress Monica and the rest of the faculty. Just be real. Very important that you write your own personal statements and do your own portfolios because they're smart enough to find out if you don't. So then just make sure that your true self comes out in whatever work you're sending to us so that we can do our best to get you as part of the BSBI family. All right, thank you so much for bringing that up, Monica. How do you think, in your opinion, I know you've had vast experience in different organizations and institutions, but how do you think these courses are different from the courses that are offered in similar universities or educational institutions?
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, like first plus is that you will be in Germany. That like it's a very like well-organized country with the lots of clients around. So this is like very much important, I would say, because as I said, from the day first, you will be able to cooperate and see the industry around you and the clients around you. So you will work on the real case scenarios. Secondly, you are in Germany, but the course is delivered in English. So it's also something unique for us because not in every school in Germany you can get the English curriculum. You are in Germany, but then you are getting the certificate, the bachelor or the master from the UK, very good, very well or like recognized university. University of Creative Arts from UK just really guarantee you that the level of the education and our curricula is really well thought through. It's a very old school with the very huge experience. It's why we are taking that from them, and we are delivering the highest quality. And the part that I was also mentioning before is that the teachers, the professors who are with us, working with us, are the ones who are on the market, so they know what is happening. This is not the one who learned from the books, and never ever touched the equipment and never cooperate in the real world. They are the one who knows what is happening around. So they are very up to date, brilliant people, great minds, very talented, and they are also very much willing to share this knowledge with you. So they're extremely dedicated.
Excellent, which is one of the questions that I had for you. If you could just tell us a little bit about the faculty for these courses, but I think you've touched on them. So basically, there are people who've been there, done that. They have the book knowledge, but they also have the practical knowledge, is what you're saying,
yes.
Which is so important to know. And like Monica said, students, this is a course which is with the University of the Creative Arts, which is in the UK. So many plus points for you to be studying with us. You're in Germany. It's an English course, which is fantastic. And then at the end of by the time you finish your course, whether you're doing your foundation or your bachelor's or your master's, you get your degree from UCA. So it's a UK degree that you have being in Germany, and then you're able to work, which I think is a fantastic opportunity that each of you have. And the faculty is amazing, as you can hear. The courses are amazing. What do students enjoy most, or what do you, after you having all of these interactions with the faculty, Monica, what do you think students enjoy most about these courses?
I mean, like this is like first of all, as I said, like we have this, like almost like one-to-one contact with the teacher. It's very unique, like because the teacher can give you a lots of attention, and this is what you need, because like usually you are working on the individual projects, so it is your individuality. But also, like because when you are with the group, you can form some kind of research group or like working group, and you can cooperate with the others. So there's like this individual approach, and like you can realize your like individual project, but also cooperate with the groups. And also we are trying to just take a little bit of your free time. And for example, the group of the students last week was on the study trip in Amsterdam, so they spent the full week working together with the students from Amsterdam on the project, on the business project that will be presented in May. And then they will be granted with some kind of award, and they can implement that. So there's like lots of, like we're trying to make learning as much practical as it's possible, and that you can see the tangible effects. And I think that this is what they like, that this tangible effects of the work and the attention that they are getting from the teachers. So just like coming back to what you said, not to scare, like this portfolio we showed, not to scare you, this is the master, like the master profile of the students who are already with us for a year almost. So, like if you see, oh my God, I don't have this kind of portfolio yet, don't be afraid, see what you have, and we will work with you, and then you can approach the level as we showed you.
Yeah, excellent point. All right, so we've just talked about all the courses. We've talked about what's different about the courses that we offer, what students enjoy. I'm just going to quickly, students, if you can see my screen, we're going to do guess the program, because Monica did mention the names of the programs. So let's see how well you were listening. So if you can guess, let's see. If you can put in the chat box, what do you think that stands for? What's that course? If you can write out the name in the chat box, let's see how many of you have been intently listening to what. There are 4 programs. You can't possibly get it wrong. And do not Google and see what programs we have in Hamburg. Okay, you should have been listening. So just go ahead and put in the chat box what you think, or if you can just fill in the blanks, and then I will show you the answer. It's pretty simple. So just go ahead and put it in. I'm going to give you like 30 seconds in order for all of you to answer this. You can see my screen, right, Monica? Everyone?
Yeah, I can see your screen. Yes, yes. And I know the answer, but I will not.
Yeah, I will. Well done, Habu. You got it right. Memnon, you're not quite there, but I think you've been trying to say architecture. It's not. It's easier than that. Anyone else who wants to answer this question? Fuad, would you like to answer this question? Or Tahir, if you're still here? Tejasvi, do you know what this stands for? The answer is already there. So it's, I'm just going to go down so you all can see it. It's graphic design. So like what Monica said, we do have a BA honors degree in graphic design. You can find more information about this program if you go onto our website. It's very easy to find, and I'm going to give you an email address at the end. So if this is a program that you're looking at, we'd be happy to assist you through the application process. Okay, second one, only 2. I promised 2, only 2 out of the 4 programs. I'm going to ask you, what do you think this one stands for? Any guesses for what do you think this one stands for? Abu Rayyan, you want to go ahead and try and guess it again? Just go ahead and put it in the chat box. Let's see if you can get this right. It's fairly simple too. So if anyone wants to answer, I'd love to see. Also, please go ahead and put your questions. Trust me, you're not going to get this opportunity to speak to Monica like this She's a very important person, so this is a great chance for you to ask any questions you might have before you come onto campus. So go ahead and put that in the chat box too. All right. Since none of you are responding, hopefully you know that this stands for Visual Communications. We have an MA in Visual Communications, again, where we're going to equip you with skills and knowledge. So it's not just theory that you're going to have practicals also, and also you'll be able to work across different media environments, as it says on the screen. All right, so Monica, just to give students an idea about Hamburg, can you tell us a little bit about Hamburg as a city?
Yeah, so Hamburg as a city, it's a really unique and nice city. It's a Hansa city with the access to the port, so you can just imagine that we don't have like sea there, but access to the river and then to the bay and to the sea. So one of the biggest ports in Germany. So it means that there is like lots of industry, as I said, like lots of companies are working around that. Lots of, also the architecture is very much industrial. But what happened in last year, that all these very nice industrial buildings are changed into the offices, into the creative spaces. People are very elegant in Hamburg, so just, like if you like to dress nicely, this is what you can see on the Hamburg street. So fashion, top fashion, like world fashion, something that you can observe, learn, but also be, if you would like, to be the trendsetters, and also just make the Hamburg street fashionable from your point of view on your side. So lots of very nice places to spend time in, lots of, as you said, restaurants, nice cafes, bars, pubs, clubs, of course, like if someone would like to clubbing, the prices are very affordable. So of course, like if you would like to go somewhere more exclusive, the prices are very high, but as you mentioned, the student scene is very huge. So there is also places that you can really go and spend the time for not very high budget. Also in Hamburg, there is the place that calls Creative Hamburg, Creative Gesellschaft Hamburg, and what they are doing, this is the place that is some kind of like association or club for the people who are working or are interested in art and in design, and they are organizing amazing workshops, exhibitions, networking. So even though if you are new in Hamburg and you just feel that you don't know so many people, I'm trying to provide the calendar for like monthly events, and it's for free, and you can go there and meet people who are also from the branch of the creative industry, design, animation. And like by knowing the people, you just like you are extending your network, and then you are having also the social life, but also the working opportunities. Of course, Hamburg is a very green city. It's very beautiful, like with lots of green spaces. So if someone likes nature, we have really a lot of parks. So, picnic in the park, something that the Hamburgers are also are very well known from, and this is what they are doing.
That's lovely. It sounds like a small city, but an extremely vibrant city.
Yes.
Lots of, different mix of people, which I think will be so interesting to actually see and meet. Like you said, a great networking opportunity. Is there anything that you would like to tell these students to keep in mind when they choose Hamburg as a study destination? Any tips that you want to?
Very excited just about because I just share like one another thing, like because of course, like you said, like Hamburg is not such a huge town, not such a huge city, but in Germany from May we have this ticket for 49 euro a month. And right now I'm feeling like the Deutsche Bahn, so the German railway company. But anyway, so we have this 49 euro ticket that you can use in every single city in Germany, but also you can travel between the cities. Wow. So and everything is included. So when you have free time, you know, like for example during the weekends, you know, like there is some kind of free days, you can use this ticket and really cheaply travel around the Hamburg. And to Berlin is only 2 hours, you know, and there's like lots of very nice places around. So also not only the Hamburg but also surrounding is very affordable.
Yeah, great tip. Thank you for that's over the summer. Is that through the entire year that students have the 49 euros?
Yes. This is something that you know, like you can buy monthly, and then everything is included. So so the metro, the subway, we have something that calls S-Bahns or Straßenbahns, and the regional railways is included in this price.
Excellent. That's such a great tip. Keep that in mind, students. Look out for that 49 euro ticket that you need for your transportation. Can you tell me a little bit? I know you might not be familiar with alumni or people who've graduated, but is there anything that you can comment on with regards to what alumni are doing for employment currently?
No, the answer is not like I'm not like familiar with that, but I see that students who are with us right now, they are working with the illustration studios, they are working with the animation studios, you know, like they have also the internships, also the paid internships, but also cooperating with the graphic design studios. And also, you know, like I had a meeting yesterday with our teachers, and because they have studios their own, so for those who would like to just, you know, like deepen their knowledge and connections, it's very easy because also our teachers are providing this kind of opportunities and provide the working space. So anyway, like, you know, like with the knowledge that you are getting, you are professionalists. So finding the job, finding the internship is not like very difficult.
Difficult, yeah. That's great news because most students are worried about that. So it's very consoling to hear that from you. Coming back to Hamburg, I have just 2 more questions, and then students, if you have any questions, Monica will be happy to take it. What do students like to do in their free time?
Yeah, so because like I spoke with the students, so so it's very much depend, you know. So some of them, they are studying, you know, they're very good students, and they just, you know, like having lots of homework, and they are working and improving their capacity and their skills in the technical approach to the graphic design or the technical approach to animation, but also, you know, like because they're like sometimes living in the shared houses, so they have an opportunity to connect with the students from different fields, from different universities, from different like milieu. So they are going to clubs, they are going to pubs, they are going to cinema. Walking around, as I said, you know, like I sometimes say, you know, like if you have nothing to do and you are completely bored, there is like so many beautiful libraries in Hamburg. You can go always to the library and just read nice book, read nice magazines. There is also this network. If someone would like to study German, for example, there is also a Hamburg library provides you this German tandem, so you can go every Tuesday and Thursday to the library and meet people who are willing to speak German with you. So completely stranger people, like the blind date in German, you know, like you can you can think it can be very exciting. Yeah, and just, you know, like also travel a little bit, you know, as young people do and enjoy. And as I said, we are listening to you, and you know, like, and we have a student council, so we are listening. What is your will? What would you like to do? You know, like, and we are also providing access to different places and to different activities.
Sounds amazing. So many different opportunities. I like how the blind dating is called Learn German. So I think that's interesting. Just my last question for you, Monica. There's people writing in saying they're so excited to hear about this program. And before he even goes, he said it's my greatest dream to join such an amazing institute. And he's asked a question, but Bafur, thank you so much for saying that. Rightly so, amazing courses, amazing city to be in, amazing faculty, And of course, your classmates, I'm pretty sure, will be as cool as you. So definitely consider coming to join us. Monica, any advice or words of wisdom you would like to leave with our students today?
Yeah, so just as I mentioned before, like right now, just like put some effort, like take some time and put some effort in preparing this visit card of you. So this portfolio you are going to do, it doesn't have to be very long, like you don't have to produce 30, 50 slides. It's enough like a small portfolio, but just really shows you. So take your time, and if you have some piece of art, give a description to that, give a title, describe the technique, write down when you've done this work, like what was your inspiration, in what condition you were doing that, like were you lonely, were you happy, were you sad, were you thinking about that, or there is something in the world that concerns you and this piece of art is answer to that. So give us some kind of deeper understanding of what you have done. Like of course, describe your technique. You can do things in a different techniques. You can be drawing with your hands. It can be animation. It can be digital art. It can be a sculpture, like that we are taking picture of. So think about what you are good in and what you have already done, and just show us who you are.
Excellent. Students, if you have any more questions, I know Monica did stress on the importance of a portfolio. I'm just going to quickly share my screen. Here is the address that you can write into. I'm also going to put it in the chat box. So please feel free if you have any more questions about the application process or about portfolio. If you're stuck, I think we would be happy to answer those questions, right, Monica?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also just going to take some questions right now before we run out of time. Bafur brought up this thing about, and I wanted you to touch on it if you can share some information, Monica. Are there any full or partial scholarships that we offer from our Hamburg campus?
Yes, we do. We do offer the scholarships. Right now, I know that it's like there is like every intake we have a competition for the best portfolio. So if you are thinking about enrolling and just applying for the October, so just really take your time right now and prepare very good portfolio. So then there's a competition of the portfolio, and you can get the full scholarship, like 100% covered. And I think there is like also 80% and 50% scholarships. So yeah, so this is what we are doing to support the talents. Yeah, so this is what I know right now. The prices, like you can check, like in Hamburg. So renting the room in Hamburg is around 500, 600 euro. You need to have a look on that, but also you can share some facilities. And I said like transport is 49 euro, and of course like the cost of living depends, like what you are eating and what you are doing. It's around 300-400 euro a month. So
yes.
And of course, like there is a possibility of you to work because you have a student visa, so you can work part-time.
Yeah.
And like it really depends, of course at the beginning you may work some some cafe or in delivery or things like that, but later on when you are more familiar, you can start working in your profession.
Yeah, perfect. There was also a question about, who asked me that? Before, I hope that answered your question. First of all, there is opportunity for you to get a full scholarship, but your portfolio needs to be as impressive in order for you to get that scholarship. Abu Rayyan was asking, how do we enroll for this course?
So I know that like in each there is on the website you will find out like the detailed information, but I know that in each country, like not each country, but in very many countries, there's this recruitment center, and you need to send your portfolio and your motivation letter to the email that it's on our website.
Okay,
So
great.
this is how you are doing, and then me and my colleague Liz Fernando, she's a very good photographer. We are the one who are sitting and looking at your portfolio and deciding, deciding if you are in or not. And so what I'm saying, we don't know you, so we don't know your personality. You may be the most beautiful and talented people, but if you don't send us the portfolio, we don't know about that. So give us a chance to let you know and say yes to your portfolio. As we said, we are trying to keep, quite high quality, that your colleagues, that you are cooperating with, they're as good as you are, and that you just can learn a lot and really have tangible skills when you finish our courses.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, thank you. Tejasvi, you were asking about a different course that we don't offer on the Hamburg campus. What I'm going to do is put down my email address, and then I can get one of our program coordinators or student advisors to get in touch with you to help you with what you can do with regards to healthcare management. Okay, so we're not going to take your question, but I'll give you my email address so you can write into me. Monica, I'm just going to quickly take this question about visa. So before you ask, do we help you get a visa? We can't help you get a visa, but we will give you, once you're registered with us, once you've decided that you're going to join us, we'll give you all the letters that you will need, all your admission letters, your letter of acceptance, everything. And then there is also a student support team that will get in touch with you, who will help you get your documents together. But the eventual submission of your application needs to be done by you. But yes, in terms of giving you the guidance that you need, giving you all the letters that you need, making sure that your documents are in place, going through the mock interview, we'll do all that for you, but you will have to eventually apply for your visa, okay? And I think that's a great resource to have, just the fact that you have some help. So definitely think about applying with us so that we can help you further with it, okay? Let me see if there are any other questions. Monica, after this, I'm going to send you all the comments, all the wonderful comments people have been saying about you and the webinar and the information that you've shared, and how impressed they are with the, all the questions that you've answered, and they said it's been extremely nice and useful. So big thank you to you. But I'll send you all of these comments if you can't see it.
Thank you very much.
Do we have another registration from that we did before? Memnon, if you're already registered to join us, no, you don't need to go through the registration process. Monica, do you have any programs for the May intake? Is your May intake still open? Are you still taking, or October?
No, yeah. Just like in May intake, I think that we are having, we start on the 16th of June, the semester starts. And the official inauguration is I think 23 to 25 of May. So if there is someone who has already portfolio and still, would like to try, please. But we are fully open for the October intake.
So if anyone's looking, if you're interested right now, please do consider joining us for the October intake, because then you have enough time. Trust me, you do want to give time and attention to your portfolio because you want it to be fantastic, okay? Someone who wanted to talk to me, Tejasvi, about the healthcare management, I've put my email address down so you can write into me. I'm just going to take one last question. How can you help to improve someone who's good in practice but not in theory? So when you, Monica, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, so I mean, if I understand this question well, so we have, the so-called didactic model. So when we have a block, when we are coming to our courses, we have different courses, different teachers, and our didactic model is that we have a technical thing. Sorry, just because someone's writing to me. So we have this theoretical input, theoretical insight, and then you have a practice. So we are learning both, so we are putting the hands on the work, but we are also giving the theory. So the fine art theory, the graphic design theory, animation theory, but then also you are learning like how to use this in practice, because like we are not the history critics or the art critics, so we are not only learning the art and design and animation from the books, but you are learning practical things. So we are combining that both, like I don't know if I answered that well, but we are giving also the theory courses.
Makes perfect sense the way that you explained it. Irankunda, I hope that's answered your question. I've also, if you need a little bit more of an explanation of how we run our programs, just write in. I've given you the, I think it's on the screen right now, admin.hamburg@berlinsbi.com. Also, students, if you want to join us in about a couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing a webinar on making the most of your first 100 days at BSBI. So regardless of which campus, things that you need to be keeping in mind. It's on the 17th of May. Bring your friends, come join us. Understand more about the programs that we're not only offering in Hamburg, but also all the other campuses that we have for BSBI. All right, so I think that's brought us to the end of our webinar. Sorry, Monica, we've run like 5 minutes over, but once again, a huge thank you to you and joining all these students who've been saying how amazing you've been. Such a treat having you, and look forward to working with you more in the future through webinars, and also maybe, who knows, maybe we can do a virtual tour for our students at some point of our campus. Yes. So big thank you to you. Students, huge thank you for being here today. Wonderful questions. Thank you for the interest that you've shown us. Monica's told you about the application process. If you have any questions with regards to how to apply, there are 2 email addresses that are put in the chat box. Go ahead and write to us, and we would be happy to help you. Thank you once again, everyone. Have a great, great evening, and we hope to see you all on our Hamburg campus very, very soon. Thanks, Monica. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you very much, and see you guys.